you are Miss Illinois Volunteer 2022.
Yes, it's amazing whirlwind. I'm so blessed, so thankful. Yeah, my name is Sydney Daniel. I am from Southern Illinois. I'm Miss Illinois Volunteer 2022. I am 24 years old and a graduate of Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
And you have this year, you have competed at Miss Illinois Volunteer. Is it your first pageant?
Illinois Volunteer was not my first pageant. I started at County Fair for Madison County right out of high school. So I didn't start competing until 19. And I've also held the title of Miss Illinois Festival.
And why did you decide to enter in this pageant? Because Miss Volunteer America is a very new pageant.
Honestly, I entered just hoping to meet some new friends, get involved in something different than just county. No intention to win, honestly. And was just like, I'm excited for a new experience. And it has been a whirlwind, obviously.
It's a surprise for you, you're winning?
Yeah, it was something that I was unfamiliar with. I was like, there's no way, because it's brand new. I've been doing county fair, local pageants for the past few years. Something on this level, I can't even wrap my mind around it right now.
Now you are a state title holder. It's a high level, and you go to the national in a few weeks. What are you looking forward to the most in the national?
I think I'm looking forward to meeting girls from different states. I haven't had the privilege to travel that often. I'm pretty Midwest centered, so I'm excited to see and meet girls from the West Coast, Hawaii, Alaska, because I would love to travel in the future. And if I can make some connections, I could probably have a sleepover or two.
Yes, and the pageantry is a good way to have a lot of friends in different states or different countries, because my assistant Sonia is Miss International Morocco, and she have a lot of friends in different countries, and she prepares the vacation to go to see the friends, the pageantry friends.
It's the best way to make friends. That's like the only goal I ever have when I enter anything, is to make a new friend.
And have you some connection? Have you some contact with another contestant?
Oh my gosh, we are all in a group chat. So I've had so much connection with all the other contestants. I think it goes all day, every day, 200, 300 messages when I don't check it.
If you could choose, with which state do you want to be roommate during the competition?
Oh, that's hard. That's so hard. I have lots of family in Tennessee and I have lots of family in Oregon. So it would be between those two.
I have interviewed Miss Tennessee, and she's a sweet, sweet girl, and she's veteran in pageantry. It's not the first pageant for her.
Yeah, she seems very sweet. She's very outgoing, and I'm a little jealous that she's held the title longer because she's gotten to visit all the states.
She's the very first title holder for Miss Volunteer America, and she have a lot of travel. But you, with your title, you can travel now, and you can see a lot of different title holder very soon, because Jackson is very soon. I imagine you start your preparation for the national. What is the most difficult for you during this preparation?
I think the most difficult thing for me is we're changing my talent. I'm still going to be a dancer. I've danced since I could probably walk, but we are going to change the type of dance, and we are currently choreographing an entirely new talent. So not that it's challenging, but it's going to challenge me because it's not my normal preparation.
And what is the most difficult for you in the pageant during the competition? What is the most difficult?
I think the most difficult thing for me is to step out of comparison. A lot of girls have been doing this since they could walk, and for me being older, watching girls like do it so naturally, it's comparison.
But you have winning. We have won the crowd. I'm sure you have the talent. You have a lot of talent during the parade, during the interview, and during your talent show.
You are so sweet.
No talent, no crowd.
You're right. You're very right. I do think my strongest suit, though, is in the interview room. I do love to talk. If talking was a talent, that would probably be my talent.
Yes, I see you have a great TikTok. You have a great TikTok. What do you like the most in TikTok?
I think I like the humor behind it. My platform is time to turn off, and I think social media can be taken so seriously sometimes. I like to add that smile, that laugh to somebody's day. And even if I only get like 10 likes on a video, someone has always said, "Thank you for making me laugh today." And that is my only goal with it.
Have you some advice for someone who hesitates to enter in TikTok? What is the top advice you can give?
The top advice would just to be jump in and do it. Don't think about it too much. I know as a social media manager that if you keep planning, you're never going to get into it because you want it to be perfect. Half of mine, I know my lip singing is off. My dance moves aren't exactly like the trending, but I've jumped in, I've done it. It makes me smile. I watch them over and over again because I'm like so proud of myself for just doing it. But I also think just going in and like doing what you love will make you happy, and so that'll make other people happy too. You have to put out the energy that you want to attract.
For your generation, because we have the same generation, for your generation, social media is a life, but it's not the reality. It's only a picture for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think social media is not too dangerous for the next generation?
That's a hard question. I think the next generation with social media is going to be so different. That's a really hard question. I wish I had time to think on that.
It's dangerous. It's my opinion. It's dangerous because we have a dark side of social media.
Mm-hmm.
We have the perfect example with the death of Miss USA 2019. She have a lot of bad comments. She have a lot of haters on social media, and she have the protection against this. And a lot of comment, a lot of bad comment. We have the death. We have the suicide of Miss USA. We have the same example this night. This time we have learned the death of Miss Universe Paraguay, 2019 too. And she have jumped like Chelsea because she have a lot of problem on social media. It's very difficult to live with the social media now for beauty queen.
Social media, I think the dark side definitely outshines what we can use for good. And that's why I chose the platform I did. I think as beauty queens, we are not just a queen of our state. We need to be sisters to each other. We know the dark side of pageantry. We know the dark side of social media, and we need to tap that into each other. Check on the states, check on girls you don't know. Everyone posts the glamour shots. No one posts the behind the scenes, which I can say that Miss Georgia Volunteer challenged all of us to share a behind the scenes photo this coming week because of issues like that. We're not always in makeup, not always have earrings. My hair is not always brushed, and people will still say negative comments on my polished pictures too. And even the most successful beauty queens get the same exact treatment that the rest of us do, and we need to check on each other.
You are beautiful without makeup. You talk about your platform. Can you tell me more information about your platform? It's on social media, yes?
Yes. So my platform is Time to Turn Off. On my day job, I'm a social media manager for Accelerate 360, which is just an advertising agency. Basically, I think that social media is wonderful. It's great, can be used educationally, use it to spread a positive message. but there is time that you need to turn off. We are prone to death scrolling TikTok for hours. Time goes by. We're not getting the communication with people in person anymore. And that's not just detrimental to our relationships, but it's also detrimental to our mental health. And that impacts everything from your education to just your well-being, your sleep schedule. Social media is changing the way we live. And my big part of my platform is I want to educate the younger generation, because kids are getting phones earlier and earlier nowadays. I got a little bitty flip phone at 13, had no internet access, all those things. And I almost wish we could go back to that with like my younger brothers and sisters, all of their friends. And I think that if we start at a younger age and we tell kids it's time to turn off, when you need to step away from social media, and then educate like students in our families on how to use social media as a positive message, we can eradicate all of that negativity that leads to things that happen like Miss USA.
You talk about education. What is the first lesson? What is the first lesson we can teach to the next generation, to the younger?
I think the first thing we need to do is the golden rule: do unto yourself, or do unto others what you would want done unto yourself. Like photos because you want other people to like them. It's the simple stuff of, if you're going to be on, do it in a positive way. Then we move on to the lessons of, this is when we need to step away. This is when we need to stand up. And this is when we need to speak out.
If I look your Instagram, your private Instagram, what I find about yourself?
What you would find about myself is that I'm a loving dog mom. She is my world. I enjoy light humor. And I also really enjoy going outside and spending time with my friends.
Your dog cannot compete Miss America volunteer. I have make the proposition for Miss Earth USA to have the animals with the candidate, but Laura said me it's impossible.
I would love that. If I could bring her with me, I would. I've already said that those 7 days will be the hardest 7 days that her and I will have to go through, because we've never been away from each other that long.
What is the reaction of your parents after the crowning like Miss Illinois volunteer?
My dad is my biggest supporter. He, screamed like a little girl. I kid you not. And he's out in Oregon, so he wasn't able to be here with me, but I phone called him on FaceTime, and he just stared at me, and I said, we did it. And he screamed like a little girl, my biggest supporter ever. And he cannot wait to get to Jackson.
And I have interviewed a lot of candidates of Mrs. America last year. And she said me, my husband or my father is my big cheerleader, my great cheerleader. Your father is your great cheerleader.
Yes, he is. And he's a cheer dad too. I cheered, my brother cheers, my sister cheers. So he knows how to be a good cheerleader.
And having your parents in the audience is a different vibe for the national. I imagine you are very proud to have your parents in the audience in Jackson.
Yes, I'm so excited. And actually, I will have my grandparents and my siblings too. So I'm just so excited to have this support system, because I got into pageantry to be a better role model for my siblings and to get that communication out. So to just have them there supporting me, I feel like a winner already.
What is your best asset to win the crown of Miss Volunteer America this year?
I would say that my best asset is my communication skills. I have no problem going out, speaking, meeting new people, making new friends is my favorite thing to do. And I would love, as Miss Volunteer America, to go out each and every state, make connections, and really pull the pageantry into a new era.
Do you think competing in different systems of pageantry help you to become a better person?
100%. It's been 2 or 3 weeks now, and I feel so much more like who I'm supposed to be. I've really come out of my shell, and I've learned a lot just from my directors about how to hold myself to a higher standard.
It's you, it's not me. with your title, with this title of Miss Illinois Volunteer, you become a voices, a role model for a lot of girls, I imagine. How do you feel with this role model, this role of voices?
I feel very blessed to be put into this role. As a young girl, I didn't always have the best role models to look up to. My role model is Sadie Robertson, 110%, but I want to be able to be that big girl role model for the younger girls of my state.
Who is your role model in pageantry?
Oh my goodness, in pageantry, that's really hard because I am all over the place, but Caramend, that's the first name that comes to mind.
Why is your favorite, is your role model?
I would have to say it was the first year that I really got involved, researched, learned girls' platforms because I didn't come into pageantry until later in life. She was the first Miss America that I actually saw crowned. So I followed her journey pretty closely. And honestly, she expanded me out to getting involved in looking at Savvy Shields. And that's how I kind of built my own platform up. So they pulled me in deeper than just the county fairs.
What kind of title holder do you want to become?
Ooh, what kind of title holder do I want to become? I not necessarily want to be the most memorable, but I want to be the most impactful. I want to change a million hearts. If my name isn't remembered, but the impact I leave behind is, that's enough for me.
During this pandemic, because we have a worldwide pandemic, it's always a pandemic.
Mhm.
In what way do you think you have impact positively your community?
I think that my biggest impact in my personal community is I've done a lot of volunteer coaching for cheerleading, and it's a lot of girls that would not be able to cheer unless we've put on it for them because it's not charged. We haven't do it, but I think that my confidence has helped other girls break out of their shell and radiate that. And that's my favorite volunteer project to do every single year.
And what did you learn about yourself during this pandemic? What is the thing you have learned and you have learned during this pandemic you have not learned before?
On a funny note, I've learned how to clean my house. On a serious note about myself, I am very much an extroverted person, and being locked inside was extremely hard, but staying social, staying connected is a very important part of my life. And I've learned that my mental health thrives when I make that a priority.
And you say me, during this pandemic, you have your best platform. You have learned your best platform. What is your best memory with your platform at this moment?
I think my best memory with my platform was when I got to go to a local church. I'm very involved with my church community, and share with the younger women in the local church group what it's like to take off from social media. And we've started screen-free Sundays.
You have learned cleaning your house. Have you learned cooking during this pandemic?
Some. I'm not a great cook, but I have learned to make bread. And I think you can live with it.
And you have a good bread?
Banana bread with chocolate chips.
Chocolate is important.
It's very important. And I use white chocolate chips sometimes.
I love this.
To be honest, I have some right now.
And who cook in your house if you don't cook?
Who cooks in my house if I don't cook? Domino's.
Uber Eats.
Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell. It's hard to cook for one. That's my biggest defense.
I understand. It's very difficult to cook when we live alone, but you must cook, because buy it on Domino's, Uber Eats, it's not very good for the ears.
You're very right. If anything, I've gotten really good at chicken, rice, and veggies.
I have interviewed before you Miss International Thailand,
Mhm.
Tavi, and Tavi learned cooking during the pandemic, and she said me, now I refuse all restaurants. I love cooking in my house.
I need to go to her house. See, I'm a girl that loves sushi and I can't make that at home.
The best dish for Tavi is a vegetable soup.
Ooh, that would be good for me to learn to make.
For this competition, we have the talent. We say me, you change your routine for the national.
Mhm.
Have you another talent for the competition?
So I
Have
changed
you a secret talent?
a second talent,
A second talent or a secret talent?
a secret talent. Ooh, that's really hard because I always go to dance as my talent. I can tie cherry stems with my tongue.
Imagine you win the crown of Miss Volunteer America.
Mhm.
Which first strong action do you want to do like the first Miss Volunteer America?
I was crowned the first volunteer America. The first thing I would do is come back home to my local community and thank all of the people that have invested in me over the past 6 months to get me prepared to be here. And I cannot explain enough how much of a village it takes. Towns 45-50 minutes away from me have poured into me with interview and things like that. And you can't forget where you come from. But as on a national scale, my very first thing to do is I want to get into the elementary schools everywhere, especially down south because it's warm there right now.
What is your guilty pleasure in life?
My guilty pleasure in life is iced coffee.
It's a big
It is very big.
You drink one each day or two each day?
I drink 2 of those cups each day.
It's not too enough. It's not too.
I should say it's not all coffee. It is protein, so I'm getting some goodness out of it, but I live off my coffee caffeine.
What is your supreme dream in life?
My super dream in life. I really want to be a mom. As the oldest of 8 kids, I feel like I've been a mom 7 times over now. And it's one of the greatest things to watch my siblings grow up. And I would love to do that for a child of my own.
You must find the partner for the moment.
That is true. That's the hard part.
Do you think Miss Volunteer America is your last pageant? Or have you an idea to compete in another system after in the future?
I haven't thought past it. I've been asked, but I have not thought past it.
For the moment, you are focused on the national.
Yes, ma'am. The next 8 weeks of my life are focused on nationals. And then after that, until next February, I'm focused on going all throughout my state. Come next March, who knows where I'll be.
Before your pageant, we have Miss Teen Volunteer America, the first inaugural edition of this pageant 14. Do you know your sister teen in Illinois?
Yes. I am so excited to watch Brooklyn compete. She has been in pageantry much longer than I have, and she's the girl giving me tips.
She can give you some advice before your competition.
Yes, I'm so excited to watch her go. We actually have been together all this week, and I'm so excited to see her tomorrow. We're going to have practice. We have dress stuff and all of the other things, but we've been in so much contact. I think she's going to thrive, and I can't wait to hear about her experience to apply it to mine.
It's the best friend for you, the best sister for you, yes. A veteran in pageantry.
It's the best part of pageantry. I love getting, she's part of the family now.
Pageantry is synonymous of sorority. And you are sister with a lot of girls in United States now.
Oh my gosh, 100. You count all the teens?
I have interviewed Hawaii teen and Miss. She's very sweet. She's very sweet, very nice. I have a great moment like with you, a great moment with her.
I can't wait to meet everyone. You're making me so much more excited.
Yes. And me, I am very excited by this pageant because I think, it's my opinion, it's the new Miss America pageant. Miss Volunteer America is a new Miss America, because Miss America declined and Miss Volunteer is a new big pageant in United States.
I can't wait to see the growth over the next 5 to 10 years. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, it's amazing. A question about your task in movie. What is your favorite movie or TV series?
My favorite movie has always been Sweet Home Alabama. I'm a sucker for a love story, and my favorite TV series has to be Grey's Anatomy.
And Grey's Anatomy is on the screen always.
Always.
But I live between France and United States, and for the moment I have no watching the new season, because in France we have no the new season of Grey's Anatomy for the moment. But I come back in United States, I can watch with a lot, but I can watch.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. I'm 3 seasons behind. I know. I don't watch that much TV. That's why I'm too busy prepping.
I watch a lot of movie and in TV series during my travel, because I have the time to watch TV.
There's nothing else to do when you're just sitting still.
Who is your favorite actor or actress?
It's Adam Sandler.
Why?
I love comedy, and I especially love stand-up comedy, but I mean, I don't think he makes a joke that I don't laugh at. And he's been around the whole time I've been growing up too. So between my dad, my grandpa, like all my brothers, it's just gravitated to it. A message for my fans. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for everything you've poured into me. I would not be here without my supporters. And I'm just so blessed and grateful to have everyone along for the ride.